Across America, an unexpected invader is reshaping the landscape. Powerful, adaptable, and multiplying faster than anyone imagined. Wild boars, once confined to a few southern states, are now spread across nearly half the country, leaving behind billions in agricultural and environmental damage. Their ability to thrive in forests, fields, and even suburbs has turned them into one of the most challenging species to manage in modern wildlife history. How did this happen, and what can be done to control it? Join us as we explore the hidden story behind America's wild boar crisis and the nationwide efforts to bring balance back to the land. Wild boars are no longer just a rural nuisance. They've become one of the most destructive invasive species in the United States. Over the last few decades, their numbers have exploded from small regional populations to millions spread across more than 40 states. These animals uproot crops, damage infrastructure, and threaten native wildlife at a scale that's difficult to imagine. Each year, their activity is estimated to cause hundreds of millions of dollars in agricultural and property damage, making them one of the costliest invasive animals in North America. If you care about wildlife and conservation, make sure to like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to the channel to support more content like this. The story of how wild boars spread across America is a mix of human introduction, rapid adaptation, and ecological imbalance. Decades ago, European boars were brought to certain private hunting estates for sport. Over time, many escaped into the wild and interbred with domestic pigs, creating hybrids that multiply quickly. Unlike most large animals, wild boars can reproduce several times a year, with each litter producing multiple offspring. This reproductive advantage, combined with few natural predators, has allowed them to expand into farmlands, wetlands, and even suburban areas. Farmers across the southern and central states face an ongoing battle. Each night, large groups of boars can move silently across open fields, digging through soil in search of roots and insects, leaving behind deep furrows that destroy crops. In some regions, farmers report losing nearly half of their annual yields to boar activity. Beyond crops, these animals damage fences, irrigation systems, and even livestock feeding areas. Repairing the damage is both time-consuming and expensive, putting enormous pressure on small and mid-sized farms. Wildlife officials and agricultural experts have spent years developing strategies to contain the problem. In certain states, coordinated control operations are carried out by wildlife management teams who combine traditional tracking with modern technology. Thermal imaging, motion sensing cameras, and aerial surveys help locate large herds that often move through wooded areas at night. Instead of focusing on individual animals, experts concentrate on reducing entire sounders, family groups that can number up to 24 individuals. This systematic approach helps limit reproduction and slows their territorial spread. In some rural counties, helicopter-assisted operations have become an important management tool. These missions allow trained personnel to cover vast areas of land quickly, particularly in regions where ground access is limited. Using thermal imaging from the air, teams can identify herds that are otherwise impossible to locate. The purpose isn't recreational. It's to minimize widespread destruction while ensuring safe and controlled removal under strict wildlife regulations. The operations are conducted under permits issued by state wildlife departments, ensuring every activity aligns with ethical and legal standards. Public awareness is another crucial element of the solution. Wildlife agencies now collaborate with farmers and landowners to teach proper prevention methods, such as reinforced fencing, coordinated reporting of sightings, and the installation of automated traps. Some communities have even launched mobile apps to help residents record boar activity, making it easier for officials to map movement patterns. This kind of local participation has proven essential for tracking population trends and predicting future outbreaks. If you find this topic interesting and want to help raise awareness about wildlife management, please hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated with our latest stories. Sharing these videos helps support conservation efforts across the country. Boars don't just threaten farms. They also pose ecological risks to native plants and animals. Their rooting behavior disrupts soil composition, accelerates erosion, and destroys habitats for small mammals, ground-nesting birds, and reptiles. They compete with native species for food and often consume eggs or small animals, contributing to local biodiversity loss. In wetlands, their activity can lead to increased sedimentation in streams and ponds, damaging fragile aquatic ecosystems. Scientists warn that unless the population is controlled, these effects could last for decades. There are also concerns about disease transmission. Wild boars can carry several pathogens that affect livestock and even domestic pets. While human infection is rare, agricultural veterinarians remain cautious, emphasizing proper farm hygiene and vaccination programs. This issue has led to stronger cooperation between farmers, state veterinarians, and wildlife health experts who work together to monitor disease outbreaks and maintain safe agricultural practices. Managing the population humanely is a top priority. Many states prohibit indiscriminate killing or unregulated hunting. Instead, licensed trappers and wildlife officers use approved cage traps that allow for safe containment and evaluation of captured animals. In many cases, captured boars are euthanized humanely according to veterinary standards, ensuring the process complies with federal and state animal welfare guidelines. Other programs focus on research, collecting biological data to understand reproductive cycles, migration behavior, and habitat preferences. This data supports long-term management planning rather than short-term eradication efforts. Several universities have joined the effort by studying behavioral patterns and testing new control methods. For example, researchers have explored fertility control techniques that could gradually reduce birth rates over time. While this science is still developing, early results suggest that combining technology, field management, and education can create sustainable progress. Wildlife experts agree that complete eradication may not be possible, but large-scale reduction and containment are achievable goals. Beyond research and regulation, there's a growing recognition that public cooperation plays the most important role. Rural communities are learning to identify signs of boar activity and report them promptly. Farmers share information on effective deterrents such as electric fencing and baited traps. Some landowners also participate in volunteer-based control programs coordinated by local conservation groups. These collective efforts strengthen the network needed to monitor and respond to new infestations quickly. Despite these improvements, the challenge remains immense. The national wild boar population is estimated at more than 6 million and continues to rise in certain regions. Climate factors like mild winters and abundant food sources further support their expansion northward into areas that were previously unaffected. The adaptability of these animals means that control requires persistence, funding, and constant innovation. For many farmers, even a small reduction in boar activity can make a meaningful difference in protecting their livelihood. Wild boar management is about balance, maintaining ecological stability while protecting communities and agriculture. It's a complex challenge involving biology, technology, and public cooperation. Every strategy, from advanced tracking systems to public education, contributes to this balance. With consistent efforts and awareness, there's hope that future generations will face fewer risks from this invasive species and live in harmony with a healthier ecosystem. If you've enjoyed learning about this issue, Please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue producing educational content about wildlife management and conservation in America. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for our next video exploring how experts are restoring damaged ecosystems caused by invasive species across the country.